Hi guys, this is my Scrawlrbox Born from Bubbles, which is just here. Born from Bubbles box, which came like so. It's been a bit minced in my bag because it's been sitting with me for the past 2-3 weeks. So you would have seen the update on Instagram when I actually got it. I got it at the same time as I got a sketch box, but I just haven't had the time to work on it because I had uni stuff to do. Now, this challenge is called Born from Bubbles. Now, I'll probably be doing a larger piece for my Illustra exhibition, which is on November 15 at Paran. I will put the details down below if you guys are actually interested in coming. It's in Melbourne, so I suspect that not everybody would be interested in coming, but I'll give the details anyway. So let's actually just backtrack. This is my sketchbook, so it's probably filled with a lot of stuff. Now, here we go. So here we go. Here's my Born from Bubbles, and here's what I started to write down, just so you guys know that there is actually a bit of backgrounding in the work I do. And of course, there's always thumbnails. Now, from those thumbnails, I actually generated about 3 or 4 different ideas. Now, I'm only going to be drawing one with you today, just so you can see what I'm doing. And of course, I started with doing mandalas in Bubbles, which it kind of didn't work. And also, this is a little print that they sent to us. Perhaps if I get it on screen. This beautiful turtle, which I've stuck in my book. Who's the artist? Kai Burton. Yeah, just check him out. Definitely check him out. I'll put a link in the description about that guy. See, this was my mandalas, and they just kind of didn't really work. So, I'm moving on, and I'm doing element bubbles. I know you can't really see them very well in the thumbnails, because I've been using a 6H, because I find it gives me a really light background, so it makes it actually easy. So I have an idea of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing Earth today with you guys, just to see how it goes. So I've got my whole circle prepared already. Now, in this box, there was these Spectrum artliners. I've not used them before until they came. They're actually pretty good. There's my list of what I actually got. We have a Artline Supreme metallic marker. It doesn't look like it's metallic, but so I don't know how it's called a metallic marker, because it doesn't look like metallic, it just looks like blue. I had a compass, so I'm not too fussed with it. I don't like the pencil, because the pencil keeps slipping. So, and we've also got this Artline 990 XF gold marker in a 1.2 mil. Actually, what was mil on that one? Did it say? No. Oh, it doesn't thing. It says 1 mil bullet. Oh, that's a bit weird. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to be breaking the rules slightly, because this is my sketchbook and I actually need to hand this in for uni work. So it's actually a good excuse for me not to use the paper in here until I've actually decided on what I'm doing. So I'm going to be sketching it out on here, and I'll be showing you guys at the very end what I'm doing. Okay, we're back. Yep. I'll just put this back over so you guys can actually see what I've actually done. I think I'm right about here. So in the end, I ended up going with the earth theme from my bubbles. So I actually did element bubbles. So therefore, born from bubbles, element bubbles, it sort of made sense to me. I'm going to say one thing, and you probably noticed it in the video. When I got to this section here, the marker started to die. I love this marker. It's opaque. It's not translucent, so it actually gives this real... It's almost like gold leaf onto it. And I used virtually all of the pens on the rocks and in the background. I ended up having to use the brush to get the coverage, and it started to chew the paper. This is actually high quality cartridge paper, but it did chew. I tried to make the tree a little bit darker in some spots, but it ended up being too much, I feel. So I ended up going in with the blue marker, which is now metallic, which it wasn't when I was testing it out the first time. So that actually gives it some sort of nice sort of shine to it. Now, it's a big old crooked tree with mountains in the background and rocks at the beginning, and you know, maybe a water stream through here, and I maybe went overboard with the gold marker and added some stars in the background, but I actually had a lot of fun with this, and I'm going to say it, I would never have normally used a gold pen like this, or a marker like this, and even things like a compass, like, I would have never used a compass. So that was my Born from Bubbles challenge. Scrawler challenge. Now this box I think came out in June last year. So this is an old box. The reason I got it as my first one was because I could actually pre-order the box online and not have to worry about shipping or anything like that. Like, admittedly, I did have to pay a fair bit to shipping to get it here to Australia. I think it was almost the price of the box. So, it's a bit of in comparison. I didn't know there were Spectrum Noir liners, and I do and I don't suggest them, because maybe for this project, because if you can see, some of my lines actually got, when you put them down, and blurry, when I put them down, they actually started to hide underneath the line work. So I'm not 100% happy, because here you could actually see it cut the line off. So I'm not sure, and I did try and go over the top, especially with the blue, and it just makes it all translucent and pushes everything back, which I suppose if you're wanting that as a technique you can do, but it wasn't something I particularly liked. And yeah, well, this was my Born from Bubbles. I will be putting a good shot of this up as my end card, and as always, follow me on Patreon, Instagram, and yeah, have a great day. Bye.